Okay, we're in 2024. All right, what sets am I looking at this year going forward? What sets do I think are going to be doing very well compared to the ones that are going to be trash, right? There's going to be some sets that I think this year are going to excel way better, right? There always is in every single era. There are some sets that do better than others, right? We've seen it in Sun and Moon. Team Up, absolutely crazy. Cosmic Eclipse, absolutely crazy. So Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, which sets am I going to be looking at this year, not only to add into my collection, but that I think are going to be doing really well, and for you guys to keep an eye on as well. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about what sets am I looking at this year into 2024. Now I've already did a video on what I think my predictions are in the market moving forward, from single cards to sealed product across the eras. But today we're kind of like focusing a little bit more on what sets in particular am I looking at in the long run, right? Now, I like to buy one booster box of every single set, just for a collector's point of view. Like, it's just nice to have one of each set. Kind of cool, right? But then if it's a set I really think will give me, good returns in the long run, then I buy more. I tend to try and get about 6 booster boxes, or basically a case of them. And if I really like that set, I'll get more. There have been sets I've done that with already, like Evolving Skies and Chin and Rain in the past. I mean, some of them I've sold, some I've kept hold of. But there tend to be sets where I'm like, hang on a minute, this is actually doing pretty well. Or I think this is going to do pretty well. I'm going to go and buy some more. And I've done that already with some of the Scarlet and Violet era sets as well. Like, I've looked in and gone, hang on a minute, this is like super cheap. Why not buy some more? So what sets am I looking at this year in 2024? Of course, we don't know what's coming out this year. We've got Paldea and Fates dropping soon. But apart from that, I don't really know what else has been announced and what to expect this year. So I'm looking back at what has already come out last year and in maybe 2022 and even 2021, because there have been some really great sets to look at. Now, I did something quite similar in the form of a tier list. If you haven't checked out that video, then I will link it to you guys at the end of this video for you to check out. But I do feel like there are some sets that I'm looking at spending my money on this year, because I think some of them are going to start rising, and I think some of them are just great pickups. So let's jump into it. Right, we're starting the first one off with Chill and Rain Chilling Pain. And now this is one of my favorite all-time sets of the Sword and Shield era. I loved this set when it came out. Like, if you've been watching me for a while, I've talked about this set to death, to be honest, for the past like 2 years. So this is an incredible set. I've picked up quite a bit of Chill and Rain over the years. I do have, I think, a little over a case. I think I'm maybe like 8 boxes. I love this set. I do want to get some more. It is on the rise. I mean, we can see it here. It's 158 a box. Now, I picked up a lot of my Chill and Rain. I think it was about 90 at the time, about 85, 90 pounds, right? A box. What? A year and a half, nearly 2 years ago. And, it's done really well, right? We go back over the past year, and we can really see this booster box has been climbing. Not huge, like insanely fast, like Evolving Skies. Not insanely fast, like Evolving Skies, but has done really well, right? We're looking at, from 125 now to 158. That's actually pretty good going. I mean, even over the past 3 months, we've seen this, climb. Even the past month. I mean, look at that jump. It's been crazy, from, 148 to, $10 in 1 month. Pretty good. So, will this reach $200 a box by the end of the year? Possibly, possibly. It's just not all this is around. I mean, I'm trying to find, especially here in the UK, it's been pretty tough. So I do feel like this is going to be good. I mean, I'm looking at picking up some more. Like I say, I have 8 boxes already. Might try and aim for 2 cases, and I'll be quite happy with that. We don't really open it up much. We don't really open it up much on the channel really at all. So there'll be something that we could open up more down the line. But we'll have to wait and see, of course, with this booster box. All right, next up we have Fusion Strike, the best set ever created. Now, I was never a fan of Fusion Strike when it first came out. I just kind of ignored it, if I'm honest. I didn't really look much at the cards. I didn't open up anything. It got kind of wedged in between 2 incredible sets, so it's understandable. So Fusion Strike, it's doing really well. Not quite as good as Chill and Rain. Chill and Rain is obviously a little bit older, so it's got that, little bit of extra buffer. Chill and Rain has way more arts as well. But then Fusion Strike does have the Espeon, the Gengar, and the Mew. Beautiful cards. I mean, it's 146 a box. We go back over the past year. Very similar story to Chill and Rain. These 2 sets are very similar. This one hasn't jumped up as much. They were both at the same price at the start of last year and where they are now. This one's a little bit less than Chill and Rain. Now, I think I only have 4 boxes of Fusion Strike. I want more, so to get that case, I need to get 2 more. I think now's a good time. I do feel like this will go up. Will it reach 200 a box by the end of the year? Probably not. I would say this might reach close to that 170, 180 a box. Chill and Rain might do, but Fusion Strike might not. We'll have to wait and see. But I do feel like I want to improve the amount I have by maybe 2 more boxes, and I'll be kind of happy. We do open it up on the streams. We have been opening up Fusion Strike now and again. Just Chilling Reign's a little bit more of a tricky one, but yeah, Fusion Strike, tough set to open, great set to collect. Astral Radiance is another set I'm keeping an eye on. I'm debating whether or not I want to pick it up though. In my tier list, I said it's a good set because it's a trainer gallery set. However, I do feel like it's not quite as good as the other trainer gallery sets, and I do feel like there are other sets that are better than it. But it's still a solid set because of the trainer gallery. In my opinion, I think it's got a good trainer gallery. But I also feel like it's got some of my favourite alt arts in the Sword and Shield era period, right? I absolutely love the Dialga, I love the Lilligant, the Sneasler. There's just so many beautiful cards. Beedrill, of course. There's just so many really nice alt arts in this set. Booster boxes, though, 127, so they've actually dropped, which is actually quite interesting. Going back over the past year, this set hasn't really moved much. It didn't get reprint as much or as recent as Silver Tempest Lost Origin, but it has been dropping. It did go to a high of 140, and I thought maybe it will just keep going, but then it dropped, and it's a set where I wouldn't say it's bad. It's an average set, overall, but I think maybe slightly above average because of the trainer gallery, but I think it's still going to be a good one. I mean, I only have one in my collection. Might pick up more. Don't know if I'm going to go for the full case, but I think I'll definitely pick up some more, maybe 3 more boxes. I have 4 of them, who knows, might get a case. I mean, I've been seeing these here in the UK. You could probably pick them up for like 10, 115. So they are quite cheap. Well, I'll say quite cheap. They're cheaper over here anyway, which is actually not too bad. There's one thing to look out for. Astral Radiance. I do feel like Astral Radiance is a potentially good one just because it is a trainer gallery set. Now, Lost Origin. This is going to be a good one, guys. Honestly, I think this is going to be a top tier pickup. It really is. 140 box. This just had a reprint like a few months ago, 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. Not much of a huge reprint either. Look at this. I mean, it's just shot massively. 140, it's nearly as much as a Fusion Strike box. Now, don't forget, this set was high. This set was pushing nearly 170 a box. Then it got the reprint, and we saw this drop and decline. Now, I've been talking about Lost Origin for a long time. Because everybody wants to hunt that Giratina. Got good trainer gallery. You got the Aerodactyl as well. They're holding value. I think Lost Origin is going to be a big set moving forward. I think it's going to be one of the big ones, similar to like in the Sun and Moon era. We have like the top 5, top 4, top 5 sets. They just kind of push way far ahead of all the others. Lost Origin's that in Sword and Shield, right? For me, if you could ask, like, what do I think are the best sets, like, at that top level, we're looking at Evolving Skies, that have booster boxes, okay? So we're not talking about, like, Crowns here, but booster boxes. We're talking Evolving Skies, Lost Origin, Brilliant Stars, and then I would probably say Chilling Reign, to be honest. And then if I had to say one more, I would probably have to go with something like Silver Tempest. But I do feel like, those are kind of really good sets. I mean, Fusion Strikes was kind of up there as well. Lost Origin is doing really well. It's doing really well. I wouldn't be surprised if this set will reach its new highest value, this year. I wouldn't be surprised. I think this will surpass its high of 170. Will it be 200? Probably not, but I do think it will reach a new high this year. Now is the time, guys, to get Lost Origin. It is kind of now or never, because this set is going to be doing really well. Now, I have a few of these in my collection. I have 3, I think, maybe 4. Don't quite have a case. I'm going to get some more, of course, because it is just such a good set. I mean, it grew on me over time. I mean, I never even opened up a box of Lost Origin, period. I've just collected it sealed. So, it is what it is, right? But I am going to get some more. Like I said, I think I got about 3, maybe 4. I have to check. But, yeah, I'm going to try and get up to 6, and I'll be kind of happy with that. Well, I talked about Silver Tempest when I was talking about Lost Origin. This is going to be another one. It got recently reprinted alongside Lost Origin. Huge reprint, right? Price dropped like crazy. We go back over the past year. It reached a high of around 146. So nowhere near that Lost Origin level. But then the reprint happened. And I mean, you could have picked this up here in the UK for 90 a box. It was everywhere. Honestly, when that reprint came, it was everywhere. And I mean, the price has gone up a little bit. I think you pick them up now for like 100 a box. We can see here, it's actually jumped up to 132, which is crazy. It's kind of at that level where it was 8 months ago, 9 months ago. So it's doing pretty well before obviously that reprint made it drop. So overall, I think Silver Tempest is pretty good. Of course, trainer gallery set. You got the big Lugia as well. Even though all the old art prices are dropping because of the reprints, this is still going to be a home run set. I think any of the 4 trainer gallery sets, you ain't going to go wrong. You ain't going to go wrong. Everybody loves those sets because of the trainer gallery. They have some of the nicest old arts. Trainer gallery helps as well. So I do feel like those 4 sets, Brilliant Stars, Astral, Lost Origin, Silver Tempest, are going to be doing very, very well in the future. And Silver Tempest, I only have 2 boxes. That's it. I only have 2 in my collection. This is going to be a set I'm going to have to get a case. I think all of the, trainer gallery sets, I'm going to have to go for a case because they're just so good. They're just so good. And then we have Brilliant Stars, which is one of the biggest sets, to be fair, in the Sword and Shield era. This was number 2 for me for the longest time. As a booster box, I still think that we could be looking at a number 2, number 3 slot in the Sword and Shield era. This set is absolutely stacked. We know how great Brilliant Stars is. And this is done really well. I mean, it's 157, which is doing pretty well. Big trainer gallery set. Has dropped due to restock / reprints over the past year, but it was 185 a box, guys. 185 a box, and has dropped. So it has potential to reach 200 by the end of this year. Could it get there? I think it could. A lot of the arts did drop in price, of course, with the Charizard as being one of them. But overall, I really like this. I think this has this potential to bounce back up to this level, if not more in the long run. Now, Brilliant Stars, I have 5 booster boxes in my collection. One away from that case. I did sell some quite a while ago. Picked them up quite cheap. I think I picked them up for like 110 a box, 100 a box. Over here in the UK, you can find these. They're a little bit more pricey. They're pretty much towards retail at that 135, 140 mark. So, a little bit more pricey. Still very good. Like I say, any trainer gallery is going to be good, and I think this is going to be a good one as well. And finally, I cannot not talk about Hidden Fates. If you've been watching me for a while, I've always mentioned that I want to get 100 ETBs of Hidden Fates, right? I'm not close to that at all because I had to sell some, and we've cracked some open as well for live streams. But overall, I think I have maybe less than 20. I don't know, 14, 15 maybe. I did have more at one point. I think my highest I got to was something like nearly 30. I have opened up and sold some. So I love this set. I really do. It's one of my favorite ones. Like, now I could be like, this is going to be great, this is going to be bad, whatever. For me, this is my kind of like pet set, really. The one I absolutely love and adore from the Sun and Moon era. Great cards in there. I mean, people love opening up Hidden Fates. We love opening them up on the streams. We are looking at 172 in ETB. We go back over the past year, and it has actually gone up. And even here in the UK, even though it's a lot cheaper here, it also has gone up. You can pick these up over here in the UK for around 105 an ETB, which is pretty good in my opinion. However, I do expect it to go up over time. Now, this did actually get heavily reprinted as well. There was just a ton of the product around. Still think there is a ton of Hidden Fates around. It is such a good set. And I'm looking to get more. I'm looking to get more ETBs. I'm not going for any tins or collection boxes. Just the ETBs is what I'm going for. Now, you guys, may have a pet set you like, and I always say, get what you like because you can't go wrong. Look, I could pick up a bunch of Hidden Fates, and in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, it could stay at the same price. Okay, over the past year, this, ETB, even over here in the UK, has only gone up by about maybe 10%. That's still not bad, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, overall, I really, really like Hidden Fates. This is one I'm always keep getting some when I can get hold of them. Yeah, really cool set. There you have it, guys. Those are the sets / ETB that I am picking up or looking to pick up this year. I'm going to be honing in on the Sword and Shield era. Now, of course, Scarlet and Violet is super cheap right now, and I would say I wouldn't, ignore it because they are very, very cheap. But I think now is the best time to get Sword and Shield because we will see them start to climb, over the next few months and year or 2 years. We saw it with Sun and Moon, we see it with XI, we see it with every single era. They do go up over time. How much is just depending on how good the set is and how much people really like the set and pull rates and cards they want and everything like that. I do feel like the trainer gallery are going to be really good. I'm looking to expand and, grow. Last year, I didn't get to grow my seal product and my seal collection a lot, to be honest. It kind of took a hit. I had to sell and move stuff around and shift stuff around, kind of like my position in certain sets to buy some other sets. But this year, I want to try and focus on Sword and Shield and, of course, Hidden Fates, because that's my favorite set. But if you want to know what sets I think are great to invest in, tier list style, then make sure to click the video on screen right now. And if you watch more Pokemon content, guys, you know what to do. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright, guys, that is it from me in this video. As always, you guys are legends. I'll see you in the next one.